souls, I hope you're doing well today. I'm recording this video on the peak of Lionsgate on the 8th, and I'm not sure what kind of energy you're feeling, but I feel a lot of creativity. I feel this calmness, peace, luxury energy within me. It's almost like I want to bask in this soft honey energy. It feels good. It feels like life is amazing and magical and gentle and soft and loving. It's just such a... It feels very nice, I have to admit. So, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. I welcome you. And if you are a returned listener, thank you so much for sticking with me and listening to my content. I appreciate your presence and I appreciate you checking in. If you feel like sharing this video, feel free. And very quickly before I begin, I am advertising my retreat in Costa Rica next April 6th to 13th. So if you are in the process of scheduling your next wellness vacation, I welcome you to join me. The retreat that I've prepared is 360 degrees experience. What I've learned from my life is it's not just one thing that helps you. It's probably many things that help you to become truly well, truly create that lasting wellness within your body, which includes, of course, the mind, the heart, the body, and then it extends into your life and it extends into your career, your gifts, or whatever you do for a living. And it's your also relationships. So the wellness is such a complex structure, and my mission on this planet and in my life is to assist humankind to really embody that essence, that feeling, that state of continuous lasting well-being. So with this in mind, I create my retreats. I focus on introducing you to what wellness is, giving you practice, giving you tools, and sets you free. So a lot of information is on my website, and feel free to email me directly and I can give you more information about the retreat. So the link is in below. But now I would like to talk about a deep human connection podcast. The topic that I chose for today's conversation is a respectful communication. How can we create a deeper human connection if we don't speak with a respect toward one another? When we haven't conquered, haven't learned, haven't embodied a communication skill that can help us to not only understand ourselves, but allow another person to discover their own selves in the presence of our presence, in the presence of us. So what am I saying by this? I am sure many of you were raised in families where your voice wasn't heard, where your voice meant nothing, where the children are simply there because they're children and parents are pretty much their job is just to take care of children on a physical level, to give them care, the basic needs. And a lot of us have gone through experiences in our childhood where our voice wasn't a significant aspect of our growing up, where we weren't heard, we weren't listened to, we weren't important. And that's when we start disengaging from our communication skills. And when we do that, we don't even know how to talk to ourselves internally, to our environment and people that are, we surround ourselves with. So my point is, it all starts being created, the complication of the communication starts becoming complicated from the childhood. And what I would love to suggest for us to explore is, how do we truly want to communicate to one another if we are wishing to create a deep human connection? Maybe some of you know, I am a life coach. I'm a wellness life coach specifically. And before even becoming a life coach, I've gone through many dark night of the souls. And one of my dark night of the soul was, I would say, about 13, 15 years ago. And during that time, I really started to notice my ego and my ego voice, conversations that I've been playing in my head to myself and in response to others. And when I started talking to others and my buttons were pushed, I started kind of almost stopping myself from speaking. I would bite my tongue and I would notice that I'm being triggered by the conversation. And what I wanted to say is in response, either to create a resistance to the conversation, or to create a response that is of a protective mode. So pretty much I was in the battle of my own self, or with another person that I'm conversing with or in communication with. And and of course my process of communication skills took place for some time. I ended up going through a process of running a radio show for about 5-6 years. Then I've also gone through a process of a lot of silence in my life, where I really didn't experience a lot of communication with others, and which helped me quite a bit. I typically say in my retreats is for us to really develop our true, authentic voice with the words that we really want to utilize for creation of new earth, a new way of being, speaking, creating relationships and communication, is time and silence. Time and silence is, in my view, is a must for understanding our true voice. So I've gone through the process of being silent. Sun is on my face, so I'm trying to move the camera away. Okay. So when I started diving into life coaching, I learned a lot of important tools that I didn't think I would learn, because I already thought, okay, I've ran the radio show, I've spent a lot of time in silence, I meditate. I'm very conscious. Majority of the time, I'm very conscious of words I say to myself and to others. But of course, sometimes there are moments where you get sometimes still triggered, and things that come out kind of sometimes surprise you. It doesn't happen very often with me, but here and there, sometimes I have a thought of, not the thought that I really would appreciate. So, and during my coaching certification and program, I learned a lot about communicating. And because as coaches, we don't teach people how to live. We create a sacred space for people to really explore themselves, to dive deep within themselves and find their own answers to their own challenges and their own questions. And what coaches typically do, those that are true, authentic coaches, they're really crafty with specific, targeted questions that allow a person to maneuver through their confusions, through their challenges, through their barriers, to get to that answer, because the answer is always within us, always. So what I want to share with you today is a couple of points that will help you, hopefully, to really pay attention to your communication style, and to with the help of this hopefully tools that you can utilize for your communication, you can start entertain to develop deeper connections in relationships and partnerships with your people, your loved ones, or with people, with humanity all around you. So one important aspect of communication is listening. Listening without doing anything. When we just sit and listen to another person, we allow them to just be them, to know that I am safe in this space, to just voice my perception, to voice myself, to be comfortable, just release whatever is inside. So listening to others without trying to speak, without trying to fix anything or give them any type of information, just allow them to be, and listening, and simply listening, not just allowing that wave frequency of noise be around you, but really truly listening with your heart. Really give them that space, give them that that full presence, full energy that you have. Give that to them. Allow them to unfold, allow them to speak whatever is on their heart, on their mind, and create that really trustworthy environment where they know they can come to you and speak. So that's one important tool that I try my best to implement with people that especially I'm trying to create a deep connection with. And another important aspect for creating a deeper connection to others through communication is choosing words that feel good to you. If we choose words that we speak to others and ourselves that feel good to us, then that's what we are creating within us and within around us. When we speak words that are harmful, harsh, rough, hard, judgmental, critical, there is a place for criticism, perhaps, of course. But we're talking about creating a deep human connection here. So if you are really wanting to create that connection with another person, if you will be speaking those harsh words toward him, her, or even in general, I don't know, if you know me, I do curse. But for me, cursing is more like a joke, more like fun. I never put that, that kind of cursing energy into them. And I don't curse very often, but sometimes, because I just think it's fun sometimes. It's much less now. But what I've been saying is, if we're putting those kind of words into our heads and into our environment, that's what we're creating. And who wants to be around that kind of energy? And of course, some words that are maybe curse words, or actually any type of words, it's what kind of energy do you put into those words? I usually say it's not what we say, it's how we say it. You can say a curse word, but with a laughter and gentleness in your heart, and it's not going to affect another person. So it's how we say those words as well. What words and how we say it. And with that, we create that environment. Do we want to create a yummy, cozy, soft, understandable, respectful environment with one another? Or we just blurb things that we don't even process in our mind. So that's why they say when before you say it, you filter it through your heart. So you filter your words, that frequency, that sound, how will it come out? And then allow your words to penetrate, to come through your mouth. So it's feeling the frequency of the words, and then bring them into the space where another one will hear it. And another aspect for developing a deeper human connection through respectful communication is not trying to fix another person. There is a place for consultation. There's a place for advice, of course, but we're talking about a deep human connection, love connection, friendship connection, business connection. So nobody typically likes to be fixed. And of course, it comes from our childhood as well. The whole world is trying to fix us into what they view us to be like. And no one respectfully allows us to be who we are. So allow another person to be who they are, accept them without trying to fix them. So imagine being in a relationship with another person or partnership where you support one another with respect, with creating space for yourself and the other, allowing them to be who they are without fixing them every day, and using words that feel good in your body, in your heart. Imagine that kind of environment where the space is created, where people listen to one another with respect, with sacredness, where we are not trying to fix one another every day. And when we speak to one another with words that feel yummy, with words that feel uplifting, positive, there is, of course, space for truthfulness when it comes to some frictions, of course, no doubt about it. Life is not always yummy, but you can make it softer, especially when there is a challenge in connections. So these three aspects that helped me, still help me to create a deeper connection with myself, because our mind, ego mind, can be very hard, and continuously helping me to create connections with others. So I hope this chat can kind of create some thinking for you, how you can go about creating beautiful, deep connections with others, and help you to create those lasting partnerships in your life. So this is it for today. I hope you are enjoying this Lionsgate portal. For some, it can be intense. I experienced intensity before the Lionsgate peak, but right now I'm feeling comfortable, feeling at peace, and I feel gentle within myself today. Again, check out the links below this video. Join my retreat in Costa Rica in 2024 in April. I would love to have you and start creating wellness in our body, wellness in our mind and hearts, and creating wellness and well-being on this planet. I love you all, and I will be seeing you next time. Much love.